Hard at work already.
Sort of.
Is that the multimedia project you were working on?
Like I told you before, I'm not ready to show it to anyone.
Come on, Christian, I'm sure it's great.
You're not objective.
I am objective.
Counselor, I think you just committed perjury.
No. I was a collector of your work before I fell in love with you. So my appreciation of your work has nothing to do with my personal feelings, which means, yes, I am objective. And you can believe me when I say that you're going to make it, no matter what you choose to do.
Day out. You sure this is going to work?
You need to tell your side of the story. Otherwise, people will believe you set the fires for the insurance money, while the cops conveniently ignore the real perp.
Well, Natalie Buchanan, she thinks Vega's a stand-up guy.
Oh, so suddenly you believe the ex-wife.
Well, she wouldn't vouch for him if he was guilty. She's not that kind of person.
You got to think for her.
No.
Yeah, well, you better not. She'll sweet-talk you straight into the joint. You're paying me a lot of money to defend you. Let me do my job.
What's up, Aaron? I thought we were only going to have one reporter.
We want an audience. You got to get the press on your side. Otherwise, you'll be hearing the sound of prison bars slamming shut behind you.
What do you think, boss? I just hope we didn't let that tiger out of his cage.
Thank you all for coming. I want to tell you a story of corruption. It starts with the Landview Police Department and travels in a straight line to the DA's office.
Hey, what's going on here? Who died?
Hey, I'm gonna go get breakfast at the diner. Do you want anything?
Yeah, coffee. No milk, sugar, no sedatives.
Are you gonna hold that against me for the rest of my life?
Yep.
You know, I don't know how many times we have to fight about this. If you're not gonna take care of yourself, I will, but I'm sorry that I drugged you.
Yeah, without my consent, that could be seen as illegal.
So arrest me.
Yeah, don't push it.
Okay. Black coffee, no additives at all. Promise.
McBain. Yeah, I'm alone. Okay, come over. What is it? Is Blair dead? Is she dead?
No matter what happens, I'm not going anywhere. Be here. Your father's here. Jack's here. Clint. Of course, Vicky. Vicky's here.
my mom?
Her, condition is stabilizing.
Thank God for that.
May we go in and see her now?
Yes, but I have to caution all of you, there haven't been any major changes in her condition in the last couple of hours since you saw her last.
You said she's stabilizing.
Which means she's not getting any worse.
But she's not getting any better.
Every hour that she stays and fights to live is a very good sign.
Well, you and Cushing didn't think she'd make it through the night.
Yeah, and we were very happy to be proven wrong.
Can you and I speak in privately?
Of course.
Dad,
I'm not going to leave you out of anything.
I promise.
So why don't you give me the bottom line here? Is she going to recover? I mean, fully. I mean, are we going to get the old Blair, or is she going to spend the rest of her life as a vegetable or something here?
I can't answer that.
So what can you do then?
I can tell you that for Blair to have a full recovery, she needs to regain consciousness soon.
How do we make that happen?
Talk to her. She needs to know that her family is here, that you love her, and that you're waiting for her to come back
My
to you.
family's here. We're doing that.
Look, I know that you all said goodbye last night, and I know how hard that must have been for you.
Well, I didn't say goodbye. I'm not saying goodbye, because Blair's not going anywhere except home.
We're not here to talk about Blair.
So you've just come here to torture me some more, is that it? You know, Paige, I always knew you had a sadistic streak, but this is getting fairly ridiculous, wouldn't you say?
This is police business. You committed several felonies last night, so I need your statement.
Not without my attorney present.
You know, that sounds like something a sane man would say.
Why don't you just go away, Bo?
You must really like it here. You staying here, shot yourself, so you didn't have to go to Wingdale?
Shot myself. Because I wanted to be with Blair. She's dead, isn't she?
You didn't want to die. You knew exactly where to point that gun so that no vital organs would get hit.
You know, it's not everybody who could shoot himself in the chest and live to tell the tale. But you did it. Now let's hear the tale.
Thanks for seeing me on such short notice.
How you holding up?
I'm not the patient here.
Oh, so this is a official visit, doctor?
It's about Spencer. You heard what happened yesterday, and now I feel more than ever he is unfit to stand trial.
Why?
Holding me hostage at gunpoint, shooting himself, thinking these acts would gain him freedom. These are not acts of a rational man.
No vital organs hit. Now he gets an extended stay in Landview instead of Wingdale. I'd say he knew exactly what he was doing.
Yeah, well, you didn't see the look in his eye. Like most sociopaths, Spencer is very good at hiding his insanity, but he is rapidly decompensating. He's falling apart.
I know what decompensating means.
Sorry.
What are you trying to say here? Is this your way of saying that you're right and I'm wrong?
No. Yes.
Oh.
Look, I just, for some reason, I feel it's important to me that you see the situation objectively.
Me or you? I'm on the sidelines for this one, lady. Don't go defending your diagnosis to me anymore.
Okay, you're right. You're right. But is it so impossible for you to think that I actually know what I'm talking about?
It is. Especially when you're standing there Acting like you got something crawling underneath your skin.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what I'm talking about? Well, let me put it this way. I've been in hostage situations before. I know what goes through your mind when you don't know if you're going to make it out of there alive. It got to you.
Well, of course it got to me. The man had a gun in my rib, and he used me as a shield, and my son saw that. And I don't want to see that look on my son's face again.
What about the look you saw on your face?
Same thing. I will do whatever I have to keep him from experiencing that kind of fear. So, I'm holding it together just fine.
No, I don't think you're holding it together. In fact, it's going to be like you're about to lose it.
Vincent Jones is one of Landview's most promising young entrepreneurs. What he is not is an arsonist. The warehouse that tragically burned was being developed for businesses and condominiums in order to bring much-needed revenue to a depressed area of town. And Mr. Jones planned to employ minority architects and contractors. This was a private attempt at urban renewal, a gift to the community.
What about the man who died in the fire?
Ted Osborne. He's one of Mr. Jones's valued employees. His death is a tragedy.
What's going on?
Shark and Cashmere was claiming that Mr. Smooth Move didn't torch his own warehouse.
Now, Mr. Jones has set up a fund to help the victim's family. Meanwhile, the Landview PD insists that Mr. Jones set fire to his own property in a failed attempt at insurance fraud, despite overwhelming evidence that another person committed the crime. Now, the real culprit is someone who has bad blood with Mr. Jones. He is also the brother of Antonio Vega.
Is he talking about Christian? Who else? No way! Yes, no way, because he didn't do it. What the hell is going on?
I'm protecting my best interest.
I told you yesterday Chris did not set that fire.
And I heard you.
Well, clearly your lawyer didn't.
The suspect had motive, means, and opportunity.
I'm sorry to take all the hits, but I gotta make sure that the damn Landview Police Department doesn't make me out to be that prime suspect.
So you're gonna blame Christian instead?
I already told you I don't want Christian to be the one who torched my warehouse, but what if you're wrong? What in case Christian did set that fire and did kill Ted?
What is gonna happen when you discover that you're wrong? And you destroyed Christian's life for the second time?
Well, if Christian is innocent, there's nothing to worry about.
If he's innocent, why would it even matter? Your lawyer already has him tried and convicted.
There's only one person who fits this description.
You afraid to name him?
Not in the least. The man who set the fire, who the police refused to investigate, is Christian Vega.
You don't have to tell me anything specific. I just want a general description.
Look, I'm just trying to do a combination with photography and painting with digital formatting. That's it.
Really? Well, that sounds like I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
Well, I can see it in my head, but on the screen, it's a disaster. And trying to be creative and technical at the same time is like... I don't really know what it's like because I've never done it before, and you know what? It shows.
No, I'm sure it's not that bad.
It's bad, believe me. It's really bad. And the thing is, I don't know if I'm stuck because I haven't figured out the camera yet or because of my hand.
You need to get out of your head. It's actually too bad you didn't make it to the gym because the exercise might have freed you up a little bit.
Well, I was halfway there when I got the idea for the piece. Just trying to integrate the pictures I took with this special software.
Well, I'm sure it's going to be great. So, I guess you haven't had a chance yet to check out all the bad news.
What bad news?
Come on, it's Landview. It's always something.
car. I'm not losing it.
You haven't stopped fishing since you got here.
Happy?
Not really. Hey, look, it's not like I'm saying you're some sort of lunatic or something.
So what are you saying?
Watching the news last night. That shot of you leaving the hospital.
What about it?
I saw that look in your eye. Cops called 1,000-yard stare.
Please, I was having a normal reaction to a traumatic event.
Your hands are shaking.
Because you're upsetting me.
Fat shrinks weren't supposed to, say things like that.
Look, I'm glad you're home, and I'm glad you're better. And I came to say what I need to say, and now I have to go.
I'll never be convinced about Truman. And for the record, you can't even diagnose yourself, let alone him.
Because there is nothing wrong with me.
Hey, Doc, it's called post-traumatic stress disorder. And I think you've had it before.
You guys. Doctor gave you permission to go back in and see Mom.
Well, what about you?
I should take care of something.
Like what?
It's a surprise.
Are you getting Mom a present?
Yeah, kind of like that.
Okay, come on, Jack, let's go see Mom. Can I sing?
Sure. Singing one of her favorites.
Todd, what kind of a surprise?
She's as bad as Jack, all right?
You can't leave here. Much as I hate to admit it, Blair needs you.
She'll have me. You guys gonna want me to do this, trust me. What do you think that means?
Oh, whoever knows with Todd.
Michael.
Yes.
Did you mean that? Is Blair really holding on?
Personally, I've never known a woman to lose a fight. Have you?
Oh my God. There was another fire. Last night, another one of Vincent's buildings burned down.
Kidding?
No.
Wow. I guess that explains all the sirens I heard last night. Guy's got no luck.
We should call Bo. We should figure out what's going on.
What? This is not a problem, Evangeline.
Vincent will make it our problem, and if he doesn't, his lawyer will.
So let them. It's got nothing to do with me.
Christian, we have to be prepared for the worst.
I am not letting Vincent...
Listen, I'm sorry to interrupt, but you guys have got to come with me down to Angel Square right now.
You have any proof Christian Vega is the arsonist?
As you know, another one of Mr. Jones's warehouses burned to the ground last night. Now the LPD wants us
You made a
not
big
lie
mistake not charging admission, because your
Nothing could be
mouthpiece
further
is
from the
so
truth.
happening.
Now there has been and continues to be gross misconduct in the LPD as they cover up the identity of the real perpetrator. Now it's time that we held both them and the DA's office responsible and bring Christian Vega in for questioning so that the truth can be revealed.
I didn't know you'd gotten your medical degree.
It's not the plague. Hell, I've been there.
Oh, so that makes you an expert.
Lady, you got the signs written all over you.
Well, I'm sorry. If you're looking for a post-traumatic soulmate, you're going to have to look elsewhere because I was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and that's it.
Truman shot himself right in front of you. If that happened to one of your patients, he'd be force-feeding them sedatives right now.
Just because I'm a little edgy does not mean I have PTSD.
It's beyond edgy. You should be chewing on my meds.
So now you're exaggerating.
Hey, listen. You come off as this kind of squeaky clean professional, but you're not. Deep down, you are damaged goods. I can see it. This is not the first traumatic event you've ever suffered. I know it. Admit it.
Fine. Okay, I was raped. Are you happy? Because, no, it wasn't the first.
The reason that I didn't want to go to Wingdale was because I'm perfectly sane. And I did not shoot myself so that I could stay here. I just wanted to die.
Yeah, well, the physical evidence says otherwise.
Paige, do you really think that in the heat of the moment that I could have accurately placed the barrel of that very large caliber handgun up to my chest in such a way that the slug would pass through my body without hitting any vital organs? Simply the act of a desperate man, that's all.
And taking Marty Saybrook hostage, was that an act of desperation?
Or was it an act of revenge? Because she's the one who said you were crazy.
She just happened to be there, that's all. An opportunity presented itself, and I took it.
Well, the DA has a whole new set of charges to bring against you. And if it turns out that you're still not fit to stand trial, then you will spend the rest of your life in a psych ward.
I don't care what happens to me, Bo. I just want to know if Blair's alive or dead.
You know, Spencer would have died if he hadn't gotten immediate medical attention.
He was in a hospital, so he took the risk. Now, is that crazy or is that cagey?
Can Mom hear us?
Absolutely, I think she can, yes.
Then why does she answer?
It's like she's in the forest. She can hear our voices. She's just trying to get back to us.
Addie!
Grandma! Hi!
Oh, you look so big and handsome. Addie, darling. It's so good to see you. Todd said my baby needs me.
Todd, thank you.
She looks like an angel.
You never cease to amaze me.
You did the right thing, Todd.
It's not time for you to go to heaven, Blair. Not while I'm still here. Mamas are supposed to go to heaven first. You take such good care of me. But I'm still your mama. Let me be your mama, Blair. Let me take care of you. I can do it. I won't mess up. Please. Please don't die and leave us all alone.
No, it's not going to happen, Eddie. It's not going to happen. No goodbyes. I'm not going to say goodbye to her. We're not going to say goodbye to her.
How long has she been asleep?
A few days.
She must be very tired.
Yes, she is. But the doctors say it's time for her to wake up. It'll be a sign that she's getting better.
Have you tried singing to her?
Star and I did, but she couldn't find us in the forest.
It must be a very big forest.
Blair, we need you, honey. I need you. I can't do this without you. You know, I talked a big game. But this is what it was. That's all it was, a game. You have to come back to me. Can you do that? Can you show me you're okay? Open your eyes, Blair. Just a little bit. That's all. Open your eyes. Let us know you're here. Blair. Blair? Blair, honey?
Looks like Mr. Vega has come to defend himself. And he's brought his girlfriend, the assistant district attorney. You know what? I don't want to leave out the ex-wife. Natalie Buchanan. Miss Buchanan works for the police department and is Commissioner Buchanan's niece. Mr. Vega, where's your brother? The detective. Busy covering up evidence of your crime.
You know what you are, man?
Don't. You'll play right into his hands.
Ladies and gentlemen, you all know how to spell nepotism.
Stop this.
It's too late.
Christian, would you like to say something in your defense? Or would you prefer to attack my client like you did last night?
He is just trying to push your buttons.
Covering up for you.
Yeah, well, it's working.
No, don't give him the ammunition.
Look, if the police had any evidence, I'd be in jail right now.
That's right. That's right. There is no case against Christian. That's why Aaron here is fighting this battle in a public park as opposed to a court of law.
Wouldn't be the first time you were in jail, would it, Mr. Baker?
I was exonerated.
That's right. This is your fault, you son of a bitch.
It was a long time ago. But it's true. You never forget that you were raped. Never.
I didn't know. I'm sorry I said anything.
An apology coming from John McPain.
Believe it or not, I was digging around because I thought maybe I could help.
Why would you want to help me?
Maybe I owe you. Or keep him quiet about the night I tried to kill Truman.
So that's what this is about, right? You don't like to owe anybody anything.
Something like that.
What are you doing here?
Isn't it true turpentine was used to start the fire?
Don't you use turpentine in your art studio? No. I work with you guys every single day in the DA's office, and I have great respect for the press, but today, you guys are totally off base.
I see I've touched a nerve. Commissioner Buchanan, perhaps you can tell us what the department is doing to dispel the aura of corruption and nepotism that has haunted your department since the beginning of this investigation.
Well, I'm not aware of any nepotism or corruption in my department, so I don't see how you could be, Counselor.
Your lead detective in the arson investigation is the prime suspect brother.
But the department hasn't identified a prime suspect.
Excuse me, I misspoke. The prime suspect is my client, Vincent Jones. The man who should be the prime suspect, Christian Vega, is not being investigated because he's the brother of your top detective.
But there is no evidence to support that allegation. See, our department has made every effort to follow police procedure and to eliminate even the slightest little hint of favoritism.
Jones is getting off on this.
Let's just leave it alone. All Aaron wants is a reaction.
We've all heard that
If
before.
he gets one, he thinks he wins. And then it doesn't matter whether Vincent is guilty or not because you hit first.
Over the next few weeks,
You're right.
I'm sure you'll all draw your own.
Let me tell you something. Pointing your finger at Christian doesn't make you innocent.
The word subtle come into your vocabulary.
You're not paying me to be subtle.
Natalie doesn't let anyone roll over her or the people that she loves. Remember that the next time you bring out your little firing squad?
I needed to talk to John. Not that it's any of your business.
Don't you have patience to misdiagnose?
I'm on leave.
Okay, let's dial it down a notch.
Well, I'm surprised Super Shrink here wasn't able to talk Spencer into dropping his gun. But I guess you're not as good as you think you are.
I was just leaving.
So I'm sorry if I've upset you.
Upset me? Upset me? You lied to John to get information about Spencer. You shouldn't be talking to him or anyone.
Come on, there's sick people here. Getting sicker.
What was that about?
Claire, can you hear me? Someone get Michael. I'll get him. Honey, can you hear me? She moved. Did you see it?
I saw it.
Yes.
I did you?
No, I think she heard me.
She's waking up.
Claire?
Mom?
Claire, can you hear me? Come on, honey, come back to us. Do it. Open your eyes now. Come on, baby, do it.
What happened?
Look at me now. Hey, hey, if you love me, you prove it. Open your eyes. Open your eyes, honey.
And that's all I have to say at this time. But if you have any further questions, I would suggest that you call the department's public affairs office, okay? All right, thank you. Well, nothing like a nice little ambush to kick the day off right, huh, guys?
You know, Commish, I'm real sorry I didn't know that you would be here.
Oh, but we're glad you are. And we're calling on you to make sure that the investigation into the warehouse fire stays open and thorough.
There's no need to call because it will.
Not when the chief investigator has a vested interest in protecting the suspect.
No, see, nobody is protecting anybody.
Do I have your word on that?
But hey, come on. That goes without saying.
Listen, you know, I'm not a big fan of Antonio Vega. But come on, Aaron, going after the commissioner? Listen, man, you don't have to bring out the big guns on him. He's a good guy.
Lesson number 1. Don't let anyone off the hook when your own hide is at stake. Because your pal Sean here can't help you in prison. Got it.
Oh, yeah. Loud and clear.
You want to break something?
Don't need to. Vincent is just trying to take the heat off himself, hiding behind his lawyer.
I thought you'd be furious.
I am. But it never really solves anything, does it?
What are these? They smell like, they smell like turpentine.
It is what it is. She did me a solid.
Right, this mysterious favor that you keep alluding to. That doesn't mean I have to like her, and I don't want her here.
Hey, you know, last time I checked, this was my place. What? All right, listen to me, all right? She called first, and I said she could come by.
She lied to you, John.
Yeah. It's almost like someone putting your medication in your food without telling you.
I did that because I care about you. On the other hand, she does not.
Okay. You know, all I know is that you and I can't have a conversation lately without it ending in an argument.
I know, and I'm not happy about it either.
So what do we do about that?
I'm happy you said we. You're not dumping anyone.
Hey, look. I know I make you crazy, and I'm sorry about that, but...
I know that I make you crazy, too. Just... how do we stop?
Just give it time, I guess. What happened to the coffee?
Ooh. Yes, so I ran into Vincent's lawyer in Angel Square, and he was making a big stink about the warehouse fires. I got distracted.
You forgot the coffee? See, this is part of our problem. I'll nuke some instant.
No, let me, please. I can at least make up for blowing up a Marty. You know, it's not that I think she would have known Spencer was going to take her hostage, but I do think this is her fault.
What, you're blaming the victim now?
John, if she had just said that Spencer was fit for trial, he would be in prison by now. And if you could stop obsessing about owing her for 5 minutes, you'd realize this.
Marty, I thought you were on leave. Why are you still here?
I'm not sure. I guess I just felt compelled. How's he doing?
He'll make a full recovery.
Amazing.
Not really. He shot himself in such a way that he knew no vital organs would be damaged as long as he got to a competent surgeon.
Are you disappointed?
He's destroyed so many lives. I just don't see how saving him is going to help the world.
A lot of people hate him.
With good reason.
Blair, honey, say something. Let us know you. Blair? I'm here, baby.
You talk so much.
Next, One Life to Live.
It might be hot in here, but I am about to make you even hotter.
Getting Todd to stop searching is the most important thing I can do.
You're gonna tell Todd now?
Will you marry me?